These are the exercises for Futato chapter 14, again noting that omitted sections in the exercises are sufficiently explained by the answer key. 14b, we have parsing, so we need to parse the following. Again, going by the rule of thumb that I gave you, when you see a verb form, the first thing you should ask yourself is, does it have a prefix? If it does, then it's part of the prefixed conjugation, the imperfect conjugation. If it does not, then it's part of the suffixed conjugation, the perfect. And of course, the stem or pattern that we've learned to this point is the cal. So, if we look at number 1, we have kata. Does it have a prefix? No, it does not. So we know right away it's cal imperfect. And it has no suffix, so this is the simplest form. This is the cal perfect third masculine singular from the root, kata. Number 2, avartem. Does it have a prefix? No, it does not, so it's going to be a perfect, a cal perfect, and the tem is quite predictable as second masculine plural. Number 3, na'amod. Now, you would ask yourself, does it have a prefix? You must know your vocabulary to know that the root, the lemma, is amad, and so yes, it does have a prefix noon here. So it's imperfect, and we have to ask ourselves, well, in the imperfect conjugation, what person number gets a noon prefix? And that would be first common plural. So we have cal imperfect first common plural from the root amad. Number 4, timsa. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. Right here, the root is matsa. And so we have to ask ourselves, okay, what person and number has the tav prefix and then no suffix at the end? And you have two options here. It could be a cal imperfect third feminine singular or a second masculine singular. So either she will find or you will find would be the translation. Number 5, kata tem. Does it have a prefix? No, it does not. Our lemma is kata, so we know this is a perfect, and the tem again telegraphs second masculine plural. Number 6, ya'avdu. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. It's from avad, and a yod prefix with the shorek at the end, the long U vowel, is going to always be third masculine plural. So cal imperfect third masculine plural. Number 7, in that same set, ga'ala. Does it have a prefix? No, it does not. So we know it's cal perfect, and which one ends with kametze? That's going to be third feminine singular from ga'al. And lastly, amartem. Does it have a prefix? No. Of course, the tem ending telegraphs once more second masculine plural. So cal perfect second masculine plural from amar. 14e. Again, we skipped a couple sections because, again, the answer key handles those. More parsing. Same procedure. We have yizbach. Does it have a prefix? Yes, yod, and no suffix. Cal imperfect third masculine singular. It's the most basic form of the imperfect. Number 2, shalachu. Does it have a prefix? No. So it's going to be cal perfect, and then the long U ending is third common plural. Number 3, nasa'nu. Does it have a prefix? No. So what in the cal perfect ends with nu? That's going to be first common plural. Again, you see here we have 3 gutturals. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 all have gutturals in them, and the gutturals in the third consonant position. It really doesn't affect anything. I know chapter 14 was about guttural verb forms. It's still, does it have a prefix? Yes or no? What are the endings? That sort of thing. Even though the aleph, again, lacks a shava or a vowel point to it, doesn't matter. You just need to know what you're looking at, prefix or not, and then what's the ending. Number 4, ya'avdu. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. It's from avad. And so we have yod out front with a long U vowel as the suffix. That's cal imperfect, third masculine plural. Number 5, halachtem. Does it have a prefix? No, it's from halach. Tem, of course, is second masculine plural. And malach ta. Does it have a prefix? No. And the ta ending, the tav with the comets, is only going to be second masculine singular. Again, you need to have your conjugations completely memorized. If you do, this will be actually quite easy. Number 7, nishpot. Does it have a prefix? Yes, and we know that because we know shafat from our vocabulary is our verb. So the noon prefix in the imperfect is going to be first common plural. Number 8, e'emod. So we have here, same question. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. The aleph is the prefix because we know from our vocabulary that the lemma is amad. And so in cal imperfect, when the prefix is aleph, it can only be first common singular. Number 9, timsa. Does it have a prefix? Yes. Right here from matzah, again we had this earlier, either third feminine or second masculine singular. And number 10, tiktolna. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. The tav, we know our lemma is katal right here from our vocabulary. And then the na ending, and we have some variation here as well. This is a cal imperfect because it has the prefix, and it could either be third or second feminine plural. So that's section 14E. 14F, we need to translate here. Number 1, ga'alu anshe ha'ir et ha'am. Well, we have a verb form, so we ask our questions when we translate. Does it have a prefix? No. That means it's going to be perfect, and the ending tells us it's third common plural. So we need to see if there's a plural noun subject that can go with this verb. We have anshe, which is in the construct. We know that by the tsera yod, so men of the city. Okay, men of the city. Well, that's certainly plural. And so we look at our translation, the men of the city, and it's the men of the city because the second noun in the construct chain, again, we had noun, noun, think construct. And of course, we can tell by the construct ending. When this is definite, and it is because it has a definite article, we translate the whole phrase as definite. So the men of the city, here's our verb, ga'alu, redeemed, direct object marker, ha'am, redeemed the people. Number 2, yikra hakohen et sefer haberit, livnei hamelech hareshaim. Verb, right here. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. The lemma is kara, so we have an imperfect verb form, and it's going to be cal imperfect third masculine singular. So do we have a singular masculine noun to go with that? We do, right here, ha-kohen, the priest. So let's turn our translation on here. The priest will read, direct object marker, sefer haberit, noun, noun. Again, two nouns, think construct. And haberit is definite, so it's the book of the covenant. And then livnei, we have a preposition, and then b'nai, okay, that would be the plural in construct of the word sons. And we have noun, a preposition plus noun. Do we have another noun following? Yes, we do, right here. But we don't just have the sons of the king, because we have an adjective then, and the adjective is plural. We have ha-reshaim. So remember, adjectives are paired with nouns based on gender, number, and case agreement. So we have here a plural masculine adjective. So we need to ask ourselves, okay, we have a plural masculine and it's definite. Do we have a plural masculine definite in one of these nouns? And we do. The only candidate is b'nai. And it's definite because it's in construct with ha-melech. That's why it's translated over here to the wicked sons of the king. Sons, right here, b'nai, is the noun that's modified by this adjective because of gender number case agreement. Number 3, matzata et hazahav hatahor bevet ha'isha hatova. Verb form right up front. Is it prefixed? No. The ending tells us it's second masculine singular. So you will, or you found, translating it again as a perfect, you found, here's our direct object marker, hazahav, the gold. Is it just the gold? What about this? Okay, it's not a construct relationship. These are not two nouns. One clue, of course, is your vocabulary. Tahor is going to be pure. That's an adjective. But the other one is here, right here. You won't have ever an article on a noun in construct. So you have two clues here. So we have noun, adjective. They're both definite. Again, there's agreement in gender number case. So we have the pure gold. Let's just turn our translation on here. You found the pure gold, bevet, in, and then here we have house, bait, buy it changes to bait when it's in construct. So the house, ha'isha, of the woman, but is that all? No, we have an adjective here. So the same thing here. We have noun, or preposition, noun, nouns, two nouns next to each other. Think construct, the house of the woman, but now we have an adjective to deal with, hatova. Our adjective is definite, it's feminine singular because of the ending. Right here is the only thing it can go with, ha'isha. It's definite and it's feminine singular. So that's why we have here the house of the good woman and not the good house of the woman. Okay, the house of the good woman, because our adjective needs to go with the proper noun here, the correct noun. Number 4, Ya'amdu hanevi'im lifnei Adonai baboker uva'erev. So what do we have? Verb form right here. Is it prefixed? Yes, it is. Our lemma is amad. We can see the prefix. Prefix jod plus the long u vowel. It's going to be third common plural, or excuse me, third masculine plural. So we have the prophets will stand, again it's an imperfect, lifnei Adonai, before the Lord. Let's just turn on the rest of our translation. In the morning, ba boker, here's the definite article, ba boker, in the morning. The u right here is our conjunction vav, and ba erev, in the evening. Notice the comments underneath the bet here of the preposition. It's not a patak like you'd normally expect with a definite article. It's a comets because it lengthens before a guttural. Back here, the article, the normal article marking patak and then the dagesh in the first consonant of the noun, that can't happen here because we have the letter ghayan, which is a guttural. It does not take dagesh, and so this lengthens to comets. But it's in the morning. Number 5, Ya'avdu amei ha'aretz et ha'elohim bekol makom. So, bekol, I should say makom, a little bit more precise there. Verb, right here. Is it prefixed? Yes, it is. Yod prefix, long u vowel, we have third masculine plural, cal imperfect. So do we have a plural subject? Right here we do. We have amei. This is the peoples. Okay, so let's turn on our translation here. The peoples of the earth will serve, there's our plural verb, will serve, and then we have a direct object marker, will serve ha-Elohim, will serve God, bekol makom, in every place. Number 6, Yadati et avdei hanashim hachakamot. So what do we have here? Verb first. Is it prefixed? No, it's not, because yada is our lemma. The T ending tells us it's first person, first common singular in the perfect. So we have I knew, okay, because we have the perfect here, I knew, and then direct object, avdei, hanashim. We have noun, noun. So again, think construct, and again, the Sarah Yod ending tells you this is a masculine plural noun in construct. So the ending changes to a. So the servants of the women, nashim, but it's not just the servants of the women, because we have this next word. It's an adjective. The adjective is definite, has a definite article, and it has a feminine plural ending. So it's feminine, plural, definite. Do we have a noun that's feminine, plural, and definite? Yes, we do, right here, nashim. That's why we have here, I knew the servants of the wise women. Number 7, zakein ha'ish min hana'ar. Zakein, again, this in your, I'm trying to remember where you're at in your vocabulary in terms of Futato. This is going to be an adjective, the way that Futato has given you this. There's also a verb that's zakan that can look this way. But we have adjective, which is old, okay, and we have ha'ish. So our adjective, though, does not have the definite article. And when that happens, it's going to be a predicative adjective, the predicative position. So our translation, the man is old, okay? It's not the old man, it's the man is old. To have the old man, you need a definite article here, again, to create that gender number definiteness agreement. So the man is old from hana'ar, from the boy or the young man. Well, again, here we have min used before a noun, actually between two nouns, and then we have this adjective here, and that should be a clue, min with an adjective lurking nearby, that we have this comparative construction. So the translation is the man is older than the boy or the young man. Number 8, nesatem atem mayim la ohel hagadol. Verb form. Is it prefixed? No. It's from nasa. Tem tells us it's second masculine plural. This pronoun is also second masculine plural, so we have a little bit of an emphatic idea, emphatic construction here, and you can choose to bring that out in the translation or not. It's up to you. But you'll notice Futato, I think this is Futato's translation that I copied out, he doesn't do you yourselves carried water, he just says you, plural, carried or bore water, mayim, la ohel hagadol. So we have noun, ohel is tent, adjective. So we have to look at this construction. We have a preposition, noun, adjective. We have tent of hagadol. No, it's not a construct, because remember, it's noun adjective. It's not noun noun. So where does the definiteness come over here in this translation? The big tent. It comes from this definite article right here, underneath the lamed, the preposition. So this is a little tricky, because you might be thinking construct relationship. Another clue is the presence of the preposition, the prefix preposition. That's not going to happen on a construct noun. Anyway, but what you have here, or at least not usually, what you have here is the definiteness is given by the definite article. And normally it would be lamed plus patak, all right? And then you'd have the dot in the next consonant, but we can't have that here because aleph is a guttural. So la ohel hagadol, to the tent. We have the tent, the great, so, or the big tent. We have agreement in gender, number, and definiteness between the adjective and this noun. 14G, we have Hebrew Bible excerpts. We have Hema, Ya'amadu, Lemishpat. So what do we have? Hema is, of course, a pronoun. It's going to be third masculine plural pronoun, so they. And then we have a verb form. Is it prefixed? Yes, right here. Our lemma is amad. We have a yod prefix plus the u vowel is third masculine plural, so they. Again, we have a bit of an emphatic construction here that you can choose to bring out or not, but they will stand. And then we have le mishpat, for judgment. And that's idiomatic in Hebrew for to act as judges, which is what the way most of your English translations would render this. They will stand for judgment. In other words, they will stand to perform the office of a judge. They act as judges. And if you look in Ezekiel 44:24, you'll see that the context, of course, supports that. So number 2, lo akal kol hayom v'kol halayla. So we have lo, which is a negator. Akal, verb. Is it prefixed? No. No suffix. So this is the simplest form of the perfect, the third masculine singular. So he did not eat, or had not eaten, depending on how you want to translate it. Again, in context, we're lacking a bit of a context here. Kol hayom, okay, all the day, very literally, and kol halayla, all the night. So to smooth it in English, he had not eaten, or he did not eat, all day and all night. Number 3, bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. This is Genesis 1:1. Verb form out front, bara. Is it prefixed? No. No suffix, so we know we have a cal perfect third masculine singular. Elohim is the subject of that because it's semantically singular. The verb subject-verb agreement tells us that. So God created, et, there's our direct object number, the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. That's the end of the exercises for Futato chapter 14.